Welcome everyone to another Warrior video where we're gonna go through some highlights of 3 matches, starting off with our women's division. We've got ourselves 2 women in the top division of Warrior, the Warrior Tier 1 division, where the loser will get demoted to Tier 2. And we had Asuka going up against Katana Chance in a steel cage match. Both of these women in the top tier, as Asuka started this match off with some aggression, taking down Katana Chance early on and just applying a lot of kicks to the gut and the face of Katana. Eventually, she was able to move out of the way and get a right hand to the gut of Asuka, which gave her a little bit of control and allowed her to get some offense in the match. Then, this led to Asuka, though, able to get a nice sweep on Katana and tried to go for the first escape of the match as she climbed to the top rope and tried starting to climb the cage. Katana came in with a right hand, but then took a boot from Asuka, where Asuka realized she needed more offense and decided to jump down with a double axe handle. We then got to a point in the match where both women were at the top of the cage and they were battling on top. As you can see, Katana was looking to escape, but instead gets tossed off the cage by Asuka. Asuka then took this opportunity to try and escape herself, but Katana Chance was able to get back to her feet and knock down Asuka, pulling her back to that top rope region, where these two then had a bit of a fight on this portion of the cage, going back and forth, but Asuka was able to get the advantage. Later on, Katana Chance was able to hit a spinning facebuster and went for a pin. You can win either via pin or submission, but Asuka was able to kick out at the count of 2. Again, when we go to our last portion of the match, another battle on top of the cage between Asuka and Katana, where Asuka was able to win this battle and started climbing out of the cage. She was able to do so successfully and climb down to the bottom, which gave her the victory. Which means that Asuka will be staying in the top tier of the Warrior Women's Division, and Katana Chance is getting knocked down. As now we will move on to our next match, which was Otis and Kevin Owens, where this match, the loser would be demoted to the Warrior Tier 3 men's division. So a little bit of a lower league between these superstars. As Otis started off with the advantage in this match, he went straight in for the offense, giving a heel to Kevin Owens, and even got a knee to the gut as Kevin tried for a move, tossing him into the cage as well. You could see the brute strength of Otis, and he kept on the offense by shoving Kevin Owens' face into the ropes. Then Otis tried to escape the cage, climbing up to that top rope, but Kevin Owens was able to stop him before he made any progress, knocking him down. This gave Kevin Owens a chance to hit one of his big moves, and he started off with the stunner. He went for the pin, which got himself just a 2 count. Otis was able to kick out, but Kevin Owens did not stop on the offense and went for a package slam onto Otis, which did connect. Then later on, right after that moment, Kevin Owens was trying to get the cage door open, but was caught by surprise from Otis with a front slam, and he got pinned for the 3 count. Otis picked up the win in the match, and Kevin Owens was demoted to Tier 3 men's division. As now we move on to the final match that we are going to take a look at the highlights of, which was Finn Balor going up against Giovanni Vinci. This match was another steel cage match where the loser would get knocked down to the Warrior 2 show, the secondary show of Warrior. W2 is also the name. Giovanni Vinci and Finn Balor started off back and forth before Giovanni gained the upper hand with a nice front slam and a springboard drop kick. He also was able to, or he tried to land one of his signature moves, but it got reversed into an inverted DDT, as Finn Balor then took this opportunity to try and escape the cage, but Giovanni Vinci got to his feet immediately and started attacking Finn, which was not a great play from Finn Balor, and that sparked some bad news for later on in this match, as at some point Giovanni thought it was his time to climb the cage and escape, and he was able to make some progress as he climbed him up all the way to the top of the cage, but Finn Balor was able to get to his feet and climb his way over to knock down Giovanni Vinci. As you see right here, he's pulling him down to that top rope section. Tried to continue the offense on Giovanni, some right hands, and slammed his face into the cage where Giovanni fell. Then later on in this match, a huge suplex powerbomb was put onto Finn Balor, where he was pinned in the match, but he was able to kick out at 2. Giovanni Vinci then landed one of his moves, a huge driver for another pin onto Finn Balor. But again, Finn Balor escaped that too, but he was not doing well in this match, as the match ended on top of the cage where Giovanni Vinci was able to push Finn Balor off, giving him the opportunity to climb out of the ring, which he was successfully able to do. And that got him the win, which meant Finn Balor was getting demoted and put into the W2 show. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did. Good night, everyone.